I welcome all of you for this presentation on the worm gears. This is the second example which I am solving on the worm gears. The example which I am solving here is specific to a practical applications. The practical application example is like this. I just read the example. An elevator case is lifted at the rate of 90 meter per minute. The elevator drum is 600 millimeter diameter and the load lifted is 18 kilonewton. A worm gear is keyed to the drum shaft. The speed of the driving motor is 1000 rpm. Determine. There are three sub questions. Number one, the worm and worm gear proportions. Second one, the efficiency of the drive. Third one, the required horsepower of the motor. So this is the example which is specified, which is a practical application of a use of the worm and worm gear applications. This example, I just put an approximate sketch how this is going to be look like. This is an elevator drum which is given having a 600 mm diameter. There is a wire rope which is wound on the drum outer surface, and there is a case here of 18 kilonewton. This is given as weight is given as 18 kilonewton. This is going to move up and down at the rate of 90 meter per minute. This is velocity of operation of the elevator case. It is exactly like your elevator used in the multi-story building which moves at a particular speed. Then this is a worm gear which is keyed to the drum shaft. That's what application here is given. So this is directly coupled to the drum shaft. On the worm gear, we have the worm which is engaging over here. This is the small circle what I indicated is a worm. This is what I have written. These two are separated by a center distance C or R is called as A. The other view of this worm is shown here. This is the worm having a number of threads. I am showing on the figure just 1, 2, 3 like. It can be number of threads can be 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. On either side I have bearing locations. Then on the other side worm is directly coupled to a motor which rotates at 1000 rpm. The power capacity HP of the motor I am required to calculate now. This is the input power. So this application is this example is exactly opposite to the first example which I have solved already. But the design procedure here I need not follow exactly like what I have done in the first example. Now because he has asked me the particular things, I have to calculate only according to this particular requirement. So first I will take worm and worm gear proportions. That's what I have written here. Load is being at a speed of being lifted at a speed of 90 meter per minute. So this velocity we know. Therefore, load lifted at a speed of 90 meter per minute. V is pi dn by 60 into 1000. This equation is going to be in terms of meter per second. Since speed is given in meter per minute, therefore I do not divide it by 60 now. So this is just pi dn by 1000 only. So 90 is on the left side. Pi d is the elevator drum diameter is 600 mm is given. N by 1000. So by means of this equation you calculate speed of the elevator drum. If the elevator drum moves at this particular rpm, then the case is going to move at the speed of 90 meter per minute. Since elevator drum is directly keyed to the worm gear, therefore whatever the speed of elevator drum is there, that is same speed of the worm gear also, because they are directly coupled. Therefore, I have written a statement here. Since the drum is keyed to the worm gear, therefore speed of the drum is same as speed of the worm. That is, speed of the worm Ng is 47.746 rpm. Then I go for calculation of the lead angle. Nu r psi, which is tan inverse of cube root of Zw by Zg. This Zw I take to the denominator, it becomes Zg by Zw, which is velocity ratio. Therefore, tan inverse of cube root of 1 by velocity ratio. Velocity ratio I have already calculated, because velocity ratio is going to be speed of the worm by speed of the worm gear. So this is going to be 20.944. So this velocity ratio we know. Based on that velocity ratio, I can calculate the lead angle psi 19.93, otherwise approximately 20 degree. Now center distance is not given, therefore I go for assuming center distance as 200 mm. I have already explained to you, this preferable assumption for center distance can be 200 mm to 300 mm, you can suitably assume. Therefore, PCD of the worm, I have equation dW as a to the power of 0.875 by 1.44. This I have already shown to the in the equation. dW is 0.68 C to the power of 0.875 millimeter. This is PCD of the worm. So otherwise, you can use this format of the equation also, which is given in the Mahadevan Balivireddy book. So that comes as A is center distance, which is 270.35. Otherwise, it can be 70 millimeter. So since it is a proportionate equation, either you can round off to the lower side or you can round off to the higher side. Then we know that tan nu as a L by pi dW, because it's going to be a lead screw. Because you have the thread profile for one circumference of the screw, that is a worm, one circumference is pi dW. The thread is going to move by vertically by distance as equal to lead. So this total angle travel is going to be the helix angle nu, or otherwise called as a psi, lead angle. Therefore, tan of psi is going to be L by pi dW. This is what I have, L by pi dW or d1, whatever you can say. So therefore, lead angle we know, dW also we know. Therefore, from this equation I can calculate the lead, that is 80.044, because dW we know, psi also we know. Then also we know the lead is going to be px into zw. This is lead, L is px into zw, otherwise px is same as pi into m into zw. This is what I have here. Px into zw, so pi into m by zw. Now here I am going to assume number of threads on the worm as 2. That is why I call it a double start worm. Therefore, lead I know, ZW I have assumed, therefore I go for calculation of the module. So from this module comes as a 12.738 millimeter, which is I can round off this to 13 mm. Since the center distance is d1 plus d2 by 2, otherwise diameter of the PCD of the worm plus PCD of the worm gear by 2. So from this PCD of the worm gear I can calculate 2 times the center distance minus d2, sorry d1, so I will get as a 330 millimeters. Then face width B, A to the power of 0.875 by 2. I have the proportion also in the data handbook, B as C to the power of 0.875 by 2, C or A, both are same. So by means of that, 200 mm is going to be center distance, which I assumed already. Then I'll get as 51.566 or I'll round off to 52 mm. Number of teeth on the worm gear, ZW, is by the definition of the velocity ratio, ZW by ZG is velocity ratio. So velocity ratio ZW will give me ZG. So from that 20.944 into 2, that is 41.88, I round off this to 42. So this is a way in which I can calculate all the proportions of the worm and the worm gear. This is the answer to the first part. Then he has asked me to calculate efficiency of the drive. Efficiency of the drive equation is going to be, first I am required to calculate sliding velocity or rubbing velocity. So sliding or rubbing velocity equation is here. Vs is Vw by cos psi. So Vw equation is pi dw nw by 60 into 1000. This cos psi or nu are going to be lead angle, that's psi. So I will substitute all the value. Pi into dw is 70, nw is 1000, 60 into 1000 into nu is cos of 20. You get a velocity of 3.9 meter per second. Then coefficient of friction mu, I have two equations, it depends on this magnitude. So you can see the equation here. Coefficient of friction F is 0.042 by Vs to the power of 0.28 if Vs is less than 3.8. Otherwise, I have to use this equation if Vs is going to be more than 3.8. As the equation is given in the Mahadevan Balivireddy book, 0.025 plus 3.281 by 1000 into VR for VR greater than 2.75. Therefore, when I use that equation, I will get a coefficient of friction as 0.0377. Either you can use the equation of HC Patil or Mahadevan, whichever you use. Then I have efficiency equation nu as a cos pi n minus mu cot psi nu by cos pi n plus mu tan nu. So when I assume the normal pressure angle 20 degree as I have done in the first example, so when I substitute all the values here into 100, I will get as 88.76% of efficiency. So this is the answer to the second question what he has asked. Then answer to the third part is required power capacity of the motor. Now here as I have seen the diagram, so this drum, if I draw the side view of this drum, this is the center of the drum. So tangential force is nothing but the elevator weight which is to be lifted as 18 kilonewton. So this tangential force into this radius r will give me torque at the center of the elevator drum. Therefore, I am calculating the torque as going to be tangential force into radius of the elevator drum. So tangential force is given as 18 kilonewton, 18 to 10 power 3. Radius of the drum is 600 mm diameter is given by 2. So that I am going to get this value.